Hi, I'm Ken Henry, and I'm an old man talking politics. I just watched the laying of the wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, and it inspired me, as it always does every year. And I wanted to share some thoughts with you about Memorial Day. I'm a son of a World War II veteran. He served on the aircraft carrier Enterprise in the Pacific. And I learned so much about the war and our history from my father, who was so proud of his service. He was a gunner. He shot 20 millimeter cannons hanging on a basket off the side of the ship as kamikaze planes and torpedo bombers attacked. What courage those men had. They were truly our greatest generation. I watched a video yesterday of a 100-year-old World War II veteran who talked to the kids in the crowd. And he said, remember those who gave their past for your future. These people died in service so that we can have our cookouts and our travels on the first unofficial day of summer. But Memorial Day ain't about hamburgers. 1.3, and I'm looking at some notes if you catch me looking down, 1.3 million Americans have given their lives in service to this country. Let that sink in. 1.3 million Americans. I was born and raised in Monroe County, Tennessee, which is in the Appalachian region of Tennessee. And my little county, listen to this. The state of Tennessee had 7,727 men and women who died in World War II. My little county had 85. 85 people died in service of their country in World War II from Monroe County, Tennessee, with a population at that time probably 20 to 25,000 or less. 908 Tennesseans gave their lives in Korea. 18 Monroe Countyans perished in Korea. 1,295 Tennesseans died in Vietnam. 15 of those were from Monroe County, Tennessee. I knew the family of some of those people that gave their lives so that we would have the freedoms that we have. We need to ensure that our children and our grandchildren and their children after them understand what sacrifice people have made so that they can have the lives that they have. I am so fearful that this honor, this patriotism is dying because it's not being taught to our kids. You know, the schools are rife with political nonsense and so little about the heroes who gave their lives and the wars that were fought to protect our rights is taught these days. You know, when I was in school, we had to memorize a lot of dates and all that sort of stuff in history, but we also heard stories about great people and great things and how ordinary people did extraordinary things. And that is my father's generation, the greatest generation. And I always want to honor those people who gave all for our future. Now, I'm coming to down the home stretch of my life on this earth, but I hope to be able to contribute something to future generations. And that's why I do these kinds of videos and participate in exercising my First Amendment rights. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Republican, Democrat, or Independent. Let's always remember what those people who died in service of this country did for us. God bless you. God bless America.